What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest city in the world. And no, I'm not talking about New York. I'm not talking about Las Vegas or Los Angeles. I'm talking about Wrestling City, where we talk about the greatest professional sport in all of history, professional wrestling. And we are your host, as always, of Wrestling City. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryler.
And today we have got a good one because today we are making our official 2025 Royal Rumble predictions.
It's already that time, man. I can't believe it's already been. We started this channel for one of our first videos, not for YouTube, but in general for this for Wrestling City was going into Royal Rumble of 2024. So it is crazy that it is already time. It seems like just the other day we were hyping up going towards WrestleMania 40, like, oh, this press conference is gonna happen. What is Cody Rhodes gonna come out? And
Yeah,
now we're at Royal Rumble season for the next year. It's wild, but I'm
yeah,
excited.
yeah, I am too, man. And yeah, I mean, we were talking before we even hit record about these predictions, and I mean, I've seen a lot of people say that this might be the most unpredictable Royal Rumble of all time. And look,
No.
I can agree to some of those statements to some degree, but you, on the other hand, you don't think so at all. So
I feel like by definition it's not because people are like it's unpredictable. By the way, which one of these two people are you going to be predicting? You know, like that by definition means it's predictable, right? I mean, I guess it's not. I'm not. Now, that's not to say that when we're talking about, like you said, like the past decade or something like that. I
mhm.
guess that makes sense because when you think of the past decade, there had been like Cena in 2013. I I ordered that pay per view before WWE Network. Yeah, I'm an old man, but I remember Cena was going to win.
Yeah,
2015, Batista or 2014, we all knew Batista was going to win. 2016, I knew for sure Triple H was going to win. So I think just comparatively, they've been really predictable. But this
mhm.
one, there are a few people that I was going back and forth between, and I think a few of them are going to surprise you.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to get into that. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and make our predictions for the Royal Rumble 2025 PO.
First, I have a quick little announcement. Okay, I
Okay.
know that right now we this every single month or every single PLE, and we are defending the Wrestling City title. And I won the title at was it Bad Blood or Survivor? No, you won it at Bad Blood. I won it at Survivor Series, and then I retained it because of Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
And as of right now, I have been a champion that I have not been able to have that title because we live, just so y'all know, we live a few hours away from each other. So I'm not able to actually physically have that title. So right now I'm a champion that does not have a belt right now. Until now, because yeah, bro. So I am the Wrestling City Predictions champion, and I'm going to defend this belt. We are going to do predictions, and I'm going to be the first one to retain the Wrestling City Predictions belt. This ain't going to be no draw, okay? We're going into this champion. I'm going to walk out as champion. With that said, now we can get this started, man.
Hang on. So for the longest for the longest time, we've been using we've been using this belt.
Shh,
So
shh.
this has been the belt that we've used. So I mean, is this belt retired? So say, wait a minute, is that the women's version?
No, this is World Heavyweight Belt.
Oh, okay. I guess it was the glare. I could have swore I saw white.
It's just a newer version of it,
No,
but
I mean,
you know,
I
it's
know it's
only
more than a
title that
champion.
matters.
Well,
Ain't
I know it's
nobody that
more.
champion. It ain't
I
gonna
mean,
be used for a little bit.
I know that it's the world heavyweight champion, but like the light was like had like a glare on it, so the
Uh-huh.
strap looked like it was white, and the
That's
women's
fair. That's
worldwide
fair.
championship has a white strap. So I was thinking, dude, please tell me you did not get the women's world heavyweight champion, because if that was the case, then you could just keep that belt, because I am not walking around with a women's world heavyweight championship belt. So, so
I'm the
I
champion of
mean,
both,
so
bro.
I mean, what are we doing with this belt? I
We'll
mean,
see. We'll see. We'll see. All I know is
okay.
this title is the only one that matters right now because I am the champion. Okay. We'll see when we
Okay.
go into the review. You're going to be here in person, so we're going to be able to. We'll be able to see that as it goes along.
Yeah, yeah, I will be at
Okay.
your place to watch the show. So, and I can't wait. All right. So, is there anything else you want to
No,
say, or
let's get it started, man.
okay, let's get it started. Okay, let's kick things off with the. I guess we'll kick things off with this one. The tag team title match. DIY will be defending their tag team titles. It's about damn time we're finally getting a tag team title match on a PLE. This is the first time since WrestleMania 40, believe it or not. That's crazy to think about. But it is a tag team title match, DIY taking on Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Who do you got in this one?
So for this one, I was kind of torn at first. As we've known in NXT, DIY has had some great 2 out of 3 falls matches, but Revival and them great matches. But I think that long term, I see that they're not. I don't think they're going to have Motor City Machine Guns have an impactful loss this early on, like to finalize what I'm assuming is going to be finalizing this feud. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Motor City Machine Guns winning the tag team titles on this show. Do you agree? What's your prediction?
I do not agree. I
Okay,
have,
okay. So we're starting out one different.
yeah, I actually have DIY retaining this match. Now, I mean, I get, this is a big match for the Motor City Machine Guns. This is their first ever PLE match, and I just think that they're doing this. I just think they just want to get them in front of 60,000 plus people, just so that more people can get used to them. But just with that, I just don't think that they're going to put the titles on them at this PLE. So I'm
Fair.
gonna have DIY retaining this match. So
Okay. Okay. There's one difference so far. That's fine.
yeah. So next up, we will start with one of 2 Royal Rumble matches, and we'll start off with the women's Royal Rumble match. Who you got?
Okay, so for this one, I feel like this one is like I was talking about this earlier. I feel like this one is arguably more unpredictable than the men's because man, I feel like there's a lot of people you can predict for this. Um so obviously there's the elephant in the room with Charlotte Flair returning for the Rumble, and I feel like that is a very safe pick, but I feel like at the same time that might be too safe of a pick. I feel like almost like she's not gonna win because everybody thinks she's gonna win. And you
Hmm.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking, and who I think who makes the most sense, I've seen a lot of people say, and I feel like what you may be thinking too, is I think Io Sky has a good chance of winning this match.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much that whole thing that you just said was like you just took the word right out of my mouth.
I originally predicted Charlotte, but then the more I thought about it, I was thinking about it like what, probably like 2 or 3, like over the weekend, basically while I was at work, and I was just like, that just doesn't. It sounds like a situation where like she may make it like to the final 2 or something or
Hmm.
final few, but I don't see her winning. I think she doesn't really need the Rumble to be able to move on with this situation.
No, no. I mean, and to me, I just feel like her winning the Rumble. She hasn't been around since what, January of last year, so like a
Mhm.
year at this point. And I just feel like them booking her in her first match back is winning the Royal Rumble. I just feel like that'd be so lame, and
That's fair. That's fair.
I just don't want to see them do that. So I've actually got Io Scott winning this match as well. I mean, if you guys have been listening to us for the last month or two, Io Sky's been my pick to win the Women's Royal Rumble for a good month and a half or 2 months. So, and I'm sticking with that pick. So I've got Io Sky winning the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match.
Okay, yeah. So we have those predictions, but we also will
Hmm.
be doing for the women's and the men's rumble. We will have bonus points for each one, and we will have well, 2 bonus points. We'll have a surprise return, and we've kind of just mutually agreed that we are going to rule out any like these are going to be bold surprise returns. So no, for men's, Joe Hendry is going to be disqualified. For women's, we're not going to have Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss. We're going to have some ones that truly like I think people haven't thought of yet. And we are also going to do a bonus point for one specific prediction. Like if somebody eliminates this person, then you get a bonus point added to it.
Hmm.
So I guess we can just start out those with the I guess we'll do the elimination one first.
Hmm.
And I will say, man, this was the one I was stuck on for a while because we kind of weren't on the same page. I was thinking you were talking about most eliminations in the match.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, and I, I feel like a very safe one for me to go with that I'm going to go with is that I think that Nia Jax is going to eliminate Bailey.
Hmm. Okay.
What you were thinking?
So my elimination is that Roxanne Perez will eliminate Bailey. They've got this feud going on right now where they've been on NXT. Roxanne showed up on SmackDown and Raw. Sitting in the crowd watching Bailey's matches, and
That's fair. I didn't even know that, honestly.
yeah, and I said that maybe we'll get that match at NXT Vengeance Day, but I before we even hit record, I saw that they released the Vengeance Day poster, and Roxanne Perez is not on that poster or Bailey.
Hmm.
So I think Roxanne eliminates Bailey here, and then that sets up their match at WrestleMania. Because
I
Bailey did say in an interview that she wants to be Roxanne Perez's first WrestleMania opponent, and I think that match is good enough to be on the WrestleMania card. So I got them starting that off here.
I saw people predicting that Roxanne Perez may win this match, and I was like, no. I
No,
mean, I
no,
yeah, I could definitely. I didn't. I honestly didn't. I know I've heard of Roxanne Perez, but I don't really. I didn't. I haven't seen her in the crowd, so that makes a lot of sense. That kind of sucks. I was gonna predict. I was between. I didn't know if I was gonna say. I was thinking I might also say Bailey eliminates Nia, but yeah, um. So, but for the
Another one,
surprise,
but another one that I had was Jade Cargill eliminating Naomi.
I was between one of those two. Yep. That's
But
exactly. I didn't know if Bianca eliminating Naomi or like
Naomi
something
eliminating Bianca, something like that.
something in that field. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, so
Um so wait, well, did you have any other eliminations or are you just saying surprise ones?
now surprise ones.
Okay, yeah. So for surprise ones, I had one that I was thinking like I just randomly thought of, and I was like, this makes a whole lot of sense. I saw something about him on social media, and I think my bold prediction for the women's rumble, somebody I think is going to return, who hasn't been there in quite some time, and that is Peyton Royce. I think that one of the iconic members I could definitely see making a return. I didn't know if I was
Hmm.
going to say Billy Kay or Peyton Royce, but yeah, I'll go with Peyton Royce.
I mean that is pretty bold. I mean, what is Peyton Royce even doing right now?
She's in
It
TNA.
isn't she's in TNA? Oh, okay.
I
I
think
mean,
at least as of like a year ago.
huh? Yeah,
So
I
I
mean
just
that's. I mean,
well,
yeah.
what's yours?
So mine is now. See, I was debating this because I don't know how bold it really is, but I mean, my bold prediction for a return is Nikki Bella.
Okay, we'll count that. That's okay.
I was gonna go
I
even
get
more
it.
bold and say AJ Lee, but I just I just feel like we,
She's not going to, bro.
yeah,
It's one of
I just feel
those.
like we hear that
Yeah.
every year, and
hmm
I just don't think it's gonna happen at this point. I mean, we did say
Nikki
that.
Bella is fair. I could definitely see that
Okay.
happening.
I was worried
That's
I was going to
fine.
say that, and then you're going to be like, "Oh man, that ain't very bold," because a lot of people have been saying that. Blah blah blah. So
At least it's not because Alexa Bliss and Becky are really the two like, especially Becky. I mean,
yeah,
and then Alexa, I think is going to become the new like AJ Lee prediction until it actually happens.
okay. All right, so I guess that's all we got for the bonus points. So I guess we'll move on to the next match that we have right here, and it is the ladder match. It is for
hmm
the WWE and the Winged Eagle title. They'll both be hanging above the ring, and you have to win by pulling both of them down, and that is Cody Rhodes versus the champion Kevin Owens.
Champion.
Who do you got in this one?
I feel like it's pretty obvious. I've got Cody Rhodes retaining.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would love to see Kevin Owens hold a world title for real and not just walk around claiming that he's a champion, I just don't think it's going to happen here. Now, I do have Kevin Owens. Excuse me. I do have Cody Rhodes retaining here.
You have Kevin Owens retaining. No,
No,
you can stand on that, bro.
no. I have Cody Rhodes retaining because I do think that, what we just saw on Raw this past week with Sami Zayn hitting Cody Rhodes with the haluva kick. Kevin Owens
hmm
stood there smiling, patted him on the chest. I think that Kevin Owens is going to be looking for Sami Zayn to help him here, and I think Sami Zayn will try to help Kevin Owens, but this time it'll backfire on Kevin Owens, and then that's how Cody Rhodes gets the win, and then that'll set up that match between Cody Rhodes. That'll set up that match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, maybe. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's going to be a great match, but yeah, like you said, Cody's going to win. It's just how is he going to win? They're not gonna do this going into WrestleMania. I mean, Cody's had it for almost a year at this point, but I'm
mhm.
excited to see the match and having a ladder match. It just it's a very solid card, so this will be a good match. But Cody's retaining.
Yeah. Do you see Randy Orton returning in this match, or do you see him returning in the Royal Rumble match?
I would see him in the Rumble. I don't think he's just gonna come out during a ladder match. No, I mean I get the point. I
You
get
don't
it,
think?
but
Okay, I was about
no,
to say you don't
I
think
don't
he
think
wouldn't
so.
come out and attack Kevin Owens for what he did to him?
Maybe the more you say it, I get it. I get what he was the one who put him on the shelf. Maybe you're
Mhm.
cooking, but I don't, I don't think so. I think they're gonna wait to delay it a little bit longer.
Huh. Okay. Well, there you have it. Yeah, I could see Randy Orton coming out here, but I don't know. I just feel like I'd save that for the Rumble match itself.
Yeah, maybe Owens will come out in the Rumble, and then Orton will eliminate him.
He could.
Hint,
I
hint,
mean,
hint.
speaking
No,
of
not a
Rumble,
hint. Yeah.
speaking of the men's Rumble match, that is our next prediction, and that is the 30 men's Royal Rumble match. And this is looking to be the most stacked men's Royal Rumble of all time.
hmm
I mean, it could go down as the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. I see a lot of people saying that they don't think anything will top 1992's Royal Rumble. I
Old
couldn't tell
heads,
you.
bro.
Yeah, they say that. I'm like, okay, what's so special about that Royal Rumble?
Isn't that the one that Flair won? I mean, I don't know much about it. I just know that's
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's the one that he like won it, and then he like won the title by winning it.
yeah,
Something.
okay. Well, I mean, hopefully it'll be a good match. There's a lot of big names in this, but I've been going first all these times. I want to hear what you're thinking for this one because I have been on the fence. I have my predictions. I'm not changing from what I'm saying, but I am wondering if you have.
I have not. Well, okay. So there was two about it was like okay, it was
Mhm.
that night of the Raw Netflix debut, and John Cena declared himself for the Royal Rumble match. And that same night, in that post show review, I said that Cena was my pick to win the men's Royal Rumble, but that has changed because as of right now, and I'm standing on business right now, CM Punk is going to win the 2025 men's Royal Rumble match.
Bro. So I've been looking for the past hour, and I was hoping you weren't gonna say that because I agree, dude. I think that CM Punk is gonna win this match. Literally, I'm sorry, dude. I was hoping you were gonna stick with Cena, so I didn't look like I was just going right after you.
See, that
But
was I was hoping you were going to stick with Cena.
because I think that it's as I was talking about Charlotte, I was like, we could literally say this almost exact same thing, but with John Cena, and it fits. I
Hmm.
don't think that he's going to. God, man, I feel like Oh, geez, somebody that's watching this video is gonna be. You're changing your opinions, dude. You're not standing on business, especially with John Cena, man. So I'm sorry, forgive me, man, but I love John Cena,
Yeah.
but I have to go with my gut, and I think that CM Punk is gonna win this match. I think he's gonna last until like maybe Cena will last to like the final four or something. But I think whoever eliminates Cena is going to be he faces at
Yeah.
WrestleMania or something
Hmm.
along the lines of that. It's gonna be to set up his next feud because John Cena he's gonna go to WrestleMania and have the title shot either way. So Punk, I think it fits too with him his story. But I saw a lot of people saying Rollins. I saw a lot of people saying McIntyre. I don't think they're going to win, but that makes sense with all that same similar logic. But Punk, I've got to.
Yeah. See, and the thing with Cena is, he hasn't shown up since that Raw on Netflix debut, and I just
Hmm.
don't see how you can have him just show up on that one show.
And
Hasn't
win.
showed up since then and just win.
Yeah.
And then, he mentioned in that same promo his losing streak, and I think that WWE should continue to play into that
Hmm.
more, where he's like, okay, yeah, this is Royal Rumble, I'm finally going to get a win, and then he doesn't. He comes up short yet again, and I just think that they should continue to play into that. And hell, maybe Cena shouldn't even win his 17th world title at WrestleMania. I mean, he's here for the remainder of the year, so why not? Why why just go ahead and rush into that so soon? I mean, we
Hmm.
we have all year to tell that story. So yeah,
I think that's fair. Um, yeah, man. I think as the weeks went along, I think everybody kind of just picked up on that same like once you think about it, it was like okay, that makes sense because he hasn't
mhm,
showed up at all. Um, I think that what was I saying? I lost my track of thought. Well, okay, so two things. Well, first, I think that Roman Reigns, I saw a lot of people predicting him. I do not think that Roman Reigns is going to win, and that is for the sole reason that they're trying to build him as this face that's going to face, do something with the bloodline, I'm assuming, going into WrestleMania or something. And they're not going to, him winning the Rumble, I feel like could risk the fans souring on him because you know how the fans are. So I feel
yeah,
like they're not gonna just immediately have him win after he just held the title for 1,316 days.
mhm,
And so I don't think it's him. But another thing too is I would be fine with Rollins winning. I think that would be cool. But a dark horse, I saw somebody saying, and I don't think he has no chance of winning if we're being honest. But somebody who I would love to see win, somebody my heart is predicting or rooting for, is Damian Priest. It's not gonna happen, but I would love to see that man, dude. That would be so awesome. Damian Priest, shout out. He's not going to, but
I
I
mean,
saw people predicting it, and
it,
I was like, "Ooh, that let him cook."
I mean, if you're going to throw out a dark horse winner, then I'm going to throw out a dark horse winner. And I'm kind of glad that you brought up a dark horse winner because now I can give
Mhm.
you mine. My dark horse winner is the final boss The Rock.
Okay, okay, I could see that.
So here, okay,
Hopefully
so
not, but I could see it.
I mean, did you see the tweet I made on Twitter? Like the hear me out?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. Well, and see, and the reason, another reason, hell, last night or this on this week episode of Raw, CM Punk talked about how I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said like, the good news is, or this person will stab you in the back, or they'll stab you in the front, or whatever.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
then he said, then Cody asked him, what's the bad news? And he was like, well, the bad news is me, and somebody's going to come in and take advantage of you. What exactly does CM Punk have to, take advantage of Cody Rhodes? To me,
Mhm.
that's The Rock. Hell, the last time we saw The Rock, he was backstage taking shots with Cody Rhodes, and
Yeah.
before that, he was telling Cody Rhodes, fuck your story. He was making him bleed backstage, wiping his blood on the Mama Rhodes weight belt. So,
Mhm.
and then another dark horse. If it's not The Rock, Randy Orton. Maybe Randy Orton's been sitting at home ever since Kevin Owens took him out, and before he got hurt, he thought, Cody Rhodes is right, and maybe since he's been sitting at home, something clicked in his head. He was like, "Oh, well, this actually all happened because of Cody Rhodes."
I saw people saying that Orton's not winning, but
Well,
it's
no,
dark
I don't
horse.
think
Yeah,
Orton's winning, but I mean, it's
yeah,
a dark
that's fair.
horse. So,
Okay, so now that we have we Punk, but we have the opportunity for different points. Hopefully, we have some different people for this. Um, who we'll go with? Well, we'll do the same thing we did for women's. Who do you think is going to eliminate who? Because I think mine is pretty logical, but I want to think if you're thinking along the same lines.
okay, so I've got Drew McIntyre eliminating Roman Reigns.
Okay, okay, yeah, we're not the same. Okay, good.
Okay. Okay. You made that face whenever I said Drew McIntyre, so I was kind of getting a little worried.
Because mine is going to be that Sami Zayn eliminates Drew McIntyre.
That makes sense because Drew Sami
Mhm.
Zayn has his losing record against Drew McIntyre with like what?
0-11. So I
Yeah.
think it's with Drew McIntyre. People are predicting him. He's not going to win, bro. Drew McIntyre is not going to win. I don't. Maybe this is going to age like milk, okay? But I don't think he's going to win. So I think there needs to be somebody, some crazy spot to get him out to not make him look like week, and I think Zayn is the perfect person for that. But you said Roman, so you think Drew's going to eliminate Roman, though? I'd be cool
Hmm.
with saying that. I'm surprised you didn't
Yeah.
say The Rock.
No, I mean, well, because I'm just thinking, Rock's not involved, so I've got
Mm-hmm,
Drew, and then we just had that segment between Paul Heyman and Drew McIntyre,
mm-hmm.
and so I because a WrestleMania match I think that we could get if it's not Rock and Roman is Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns because Drew McIntyre is on this
Uh-huh.
Bloodline hit list and he's got to get to Roman Reigns. So
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen at Mania, but I could just maybe Elimination Chamber.
I don't know. To me, I think that match is worthy enough to be on a WrestleMania.
Fair enough. I just think he's going to do something with Bloodline. Something, I know he beat Solo already, but
Mm,
somehow tie it into the overall Bloodline storyline. But I could see Drew's also fair though. That would be a banger match, obviously.
yeah, for sure. All right. So the other bonus point we have is the men's bold prediction surprise. Who you got?
Okay, so I have been between two people, and oh man, I think man, this is hard. This is hard. So I said Peyton Royce was my surprise entrant when we're talking about Peyton Royce. That brought me to thinking of her husband, Zack Ryder, or Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona
But
is not Peyton Roy's husband. That's Chelsea Green's husband. Ty Dillinger, or what's his name now?
I want to die. No, no, I'm sorry, you didn't hear that. Um, so no, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, completely scratched it out. You know. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But that wasn't who I was going to be going with. Okay, I was saying that that was the person that I decided not to go with because
Okay.
I think that's. Well, I was saying that somebody I think logically I could see as a safer pick is Rob Van Dam. I think he'll make a surprise appearance.
See,
I
okay,
wonder
if
who
you're,
you're
if you're paying
thinking.
attention to me right now, I'm sitting here praying because I was praying to the gods above that you were not going to say Brock Lesnar because you just had this tendency on PLE shows to always throw in Brock Lesnar's name. So, and I was getting ready to throw my headset down and just walk out of this room if you're going to say him again.
No, I think RVD, he's been making his rounds on the company that shall not be named. And he was on NXT or like Raw. He was in the crowd like a few weeks ago. Or no, it may have been SmackDown. He was on some WWE show in the crowd.
Hmm.
And I not maybe not coming back full time, but just making some sort of surprise appearance. And I could still see Matt Cardona coming back, but I think RVD is the more likely one.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I would not care to see RVD in the men's Royal Rumble match this year. Oh,
It's
I just,
okay. It's a little surprise. It's gonna get
I
the
mean,
crowd a little pop.
yeah, I mean, I might pop a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like you could use that spot for somebody else.
Well, who's your? Are you predicting Brock Lesnar?
Hell no,
Okay,
no,
who are you predicting?
no. I'm predicting. So we made predictions. We made predictions
Oh,
for 2025, and I said that Big E. I predicted that Big E would make his
okay.
return to 2025 at the Royal Rumble, and here I am standing on business. Big E will make his return to in-ring action this weekend at the Royal Rumble.
You want to go big? Then say that,
Yeah.
dude. I think that would be a great moment. New Day, Xavier Woods, Kofi, they're out in the ring. They're together. Eliminating somebody, whatever. And Big E comes out. You know the look on their faces, the camera angle.
Mhm.
That's gonna be crazy. Um,
And the thing, with the New Day, ever since they turned heel, and now they're stuck in this, like feud or whatever with
mhm.
Rey Mysterio and LWO. I'm just not feeling that. So I feel like they
On
got to
one
do.
hand, I I don't want him to return because I don't want you to get a point. But on the other hand, Big E, man, oh, that would be fantastic. Them
Yeah.
facing at WrestleMania, it's just a matter of if realistically that's even plausible. I
Hmm.
hope, man. He's had a few years by this point, and obviously we don't know his actual situation or the full extent of his actual situation. But if he's able to return, that would be such a good feel good moment. Even if he doesn't win, that would be great to see him to be able to come back. You were at the
Yeah.
one where he got injured.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I was.
seeing him come back, that would be a great, fantastic moment. So I hope you're right in that sense.
Yeah. I
But
hope so too.
I still
Fingers
need to keep
crossed.
my title.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you hold on to that belt real nice because come this come this Saturday, I'm throwing your dusty ass over the top rope.
I'm not
Okay.
Hulk Hogan, bro. I am your Wrestling City champion. Put respect on my name, dude.
No, no, not happening.
We'll
But
see. We'll see, dude.
yeah, yeah, we will see. And I mean, but that's it. Those are our 2025 Royal Rumble predictions. Let us know in the comments down below what your predictions are for this weekend show. Man, I'm so looking forward to it, and I'll be able to watch it with you live in person.
Hmm.
It's about time. The last time we hung out for a show was SummerSlam, and I wish we could get. I wish we were able to do this more often, but like you said earlier, we live like 2 hours away, so it's kind of impossible
Luckily, the events
sometimes.
are closer together, during this
Hmm.
time of the year. So WrestleMania, that's pretty close by now. I mean, it's 3 months away, but it is still, closer, at least in the gap before then.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we'll be able to do something soon. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, if you haven't yet, come subscribe. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City, for all of your wrestling content. We do Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, PLE predictions, just like this one, and PLE reviews. We even do reaction videos. We even do some live reactions every now and then. I do plan on doing a live reaction video for the Royal Rumble this weekend because I mean, I mean that right there is to show you got to do it for. So we will be
Yeah,
doing one of those. And I mean, we thank you guys for an incredible first year. I mean, we appreciate you guys for the continued love and support that you guys continue to show us. And we just come on here. We love to come on here talk about wrestling, and I'm just I'm just grateful that I get to do this and make content with
forever
you.
grateful, man. Hopefully, we have
Mhm.
another great year. Expand
Yes,
Wrestling City.
for sure. But I think that's all she wrote here today. So until then, we'll see you guys next time right here in Wrestling City. Peace.